Hello and welcome. In this session, I'm going to share how you can scale your online training business with ABC Trainerize. My name is Anthony, and I am a product adoption specialist with Trainerize. Essentially, that means I help coaches and businesses understand how to optimize the features that we provide to enable them to grow their business and provide it the best experience for their clients. I am also a coach. I've been in the industry over 15 years, and I've been online working with Trainerize tools with my clients for over 5 years. And what I want to share with you today is not a guide on how to use the features in Trainerize, but actually show you the practical workflow and the system that I put into place to allow me to scale my business using these tools. Ultimately, saving time, enabling growth, and ensuring that clients get the best consistent experience. By the end of this video, you're going to know how you can design and deliver your full coaching service through Trainerize. Really getting that understanding of how you can onboard new clients, coach more people efficiently, and deliver a premium service at scale. You'll understand how these tools are designed to support you and make what you're already doing even better. The first thing to set you up for success is to build a strong system. This is going to be establishing who you're going to be providing a service for, building a program that supports their results, including incorporating messaging and forms and clear expectations for those clients. Then we create your product so that you can sell your service along with automation for delivery. And supporting all of that, you'll have booking links to support delivery of coaching calls with existing clients and for bookings with prospects. This is all part of the system that you create. What I'm going to do today is share a snapshot of my system. I want to highlight a couple of things. What I have isn't what you should have. This is your business, but a lot of the framework can be applied to different scenarios. Secondly, I am just going to be sharing an overview of the tools along with some top tips. If you want to learn more how to build this from the ground up, including putting together workouts, building forms from scratch, and some of those other features, please let us know in the comments if that would be helpful, and we can create another video in the future to support that. For now, let's take a look at my account. Within Trainerize, I'm going to first go to my programs, and this is going to be found under Master Libraries. Now, my audience is supporting busy professionals who want to have more energy and strength to support their outdoor adventures. You may have seen other examples of this out in the coaching world. Some people support busy parents, others CEOs, other people are all about bodybuilding. You're going to have your audience and your program. In my example, my program is called SX3, which is stability, strength, and speed. This program is something I've branded and that I promote. Within the SX3 program, I have 3 training phases, which I've named and provided a quick summary on. The first one is foundation. Then my clients after 4 weeks will progress to accelerate. And in the final 4 weeks of the program, they'll be doing the peak training phase. Each training phase has its own workouts and progressions built in. Now, here's where things get really interesting. I don't just plan the workouts. If you really want to scale and do this efficiently, there's a few tools that are really going to help you. One is automated messages. Within my programs, I have automated messages to support my clients' first day. For example, this welcome message will be sent to all clients when they start. It provides a link to a YouTube video I've recorded where I'm discussing what the program is, how to make the most of it, and how to get connected with me. It helps address any FAQs before they come up. Other auto messages that I use include a weekly lesson or top tip. I send these out on Mondays, and my clients will receive these automatically. Beyond this, I use automated messages to help my clients book their calls. Within Trainerize tools, you can actually set up a call booking link to deliver a video call right through the app. In this example, every 2 weeks, I have a message pre-planned that will be sent to my clients to remind them to book in for their next call. The other tool that's really helpful that I always use is check-in forms. We have a tool to build your own forms. You can put your own questions in there, your own scenarios. And what I have is a form that really just asks clients a few questions once a week, asking for their input, asking for a win that they want to celebrate, and an open text box if they have any questions. So every week, this program has the check-in form already scheduled. One extra bonus tip on forms. On the very last week, I have a second form, which is a form that's asking my clients for a review and testimonial of their experience in the program. You can then take this, use it for your future promotion, and help inspire your future clients. Now, once you have a really robust, amazing master program that's going to be aimed towards your target audience and is supported with messages and forms, then I want to share some of the other tools that you're going to want to put in place. One of those is through our scheduling. You can use our business add-on tools to set up video calls with clients that you're currently serving and a prospect booking link for clients that are interested in your service. And lastly, you're going to want a product link so you can make your sales to clients. Within Trainerize, we have a payment integration where you can actually build your products, price it, decide the frequency of how often clients are getting charged, and you can even set up automation within this. For my SX3 program, I have it set up here. It's a one-time fee of $15.99, and my clients will be able to purchase this when I send the link to them. I can link up automation so that when my client first signs up, they will have access to specific programs, groups, and other tools that I want them to get. I even have it set up so that at the end of the 12 weeks, if my clients do not continue working with me, they are going to be downgraded automatically. Once you have these components in place, a booking link, a strong program, and a payment link, now we can talk about how that onboarding flow is going to look. For today's example, I'm going to give a real scenario where I have went to my social media and I've promoted that I'm looking for new clients. And I've got a response from someone called Sarah. Sarah has dropped me a DM saying that they're keen to learn more. Here's what I would do next. I'll go to my account, I'll go to the event types, and I'll go and find that prospect booking link. What I'll do is copy this link and send it directly over to Sarah in the DMs. Sarah will receive the link and it will look something like this. Now, on Sarah's side, whether this is on mobile or web, they'll be able to find a time that suits them on my calendar. They'll be able to enter their details. Once Sarah clicks to schedule the appointment, they'll get a confirmation email and I'll get notified that somebody's booked in for a call. Looking back at my Trainerize account, I'm going to see on my calendar that Sarah's booking is now listed for tomorrow. Now, here's what's going to happen next. I can click on the booking and I'll be able to see the notes. And what I'll do is I'll jump on the call with Sarah. I'll learn more about their goals and identify if they're a right fit for my program. If Sarah wants to sign up and become my next client, what I'll do is I'll go to my client list. From here, I'm going to go to my prospects. This is where I'll find Sarah's details. As soon as they book the call, they've already been added to the system. From here, I can select them and I can upgrade them to coaching. Once I activate Sarah as a coaching client, they are now going to go through their onboarding flow. They'll receive an email automatically in which they're going to be able to enter some of their details, set up their password, and they'll be prompted to download the app. While Sarah's setting that up, an important part of this is sending my payment link to Sarah to purchase the program. To do this, I'll click on their name, I'll click the sales section, and I'll select add sale. I'll select my SX3 program and I'll send them a prompt to purchase. They'll receive that by email. They can confirm the purchase. By using this system, I'm able to send a professional booking link for my client's first impression to book their call with me. Their details are automatically captured by my account, meaning when they upgrade, I can easily move them to coaching and send them a secure checkout link to accept their payment. This is a fantastic way to start your relationship with your new client. And now I'm ready to set Sarah up with their program and other services I'm providing. What I want to also add is when I've added my client, I will go to their trainer notes. I find trainer notes is really, really nice space for you to put any important information that you want to remember when you're programming for the client or when you're next talking to them. So in this case, I'm going to add notes from what I covered in our call. And this is everything from their current goals, their current challenges, their nutrition focus, their program commitment, if they were referred by someone, equipment access, anything that I think is going to be important, I'm going to pop it here. And I might even pin that one to the top. So just knowing this trainer notes section can be really helpful. Now this actually go and set Sarah up. What I want to do in this case is hit the open button on the right-hand side of Sarah's profile. This will bring me into their account. Now, here's where we talk about personalization. Let's say that on the call, Sarah mentioned that they have an injury where they're finding some pain in their knee when they're doing lunges. So they don't want to do lunges. Plus, Sarah would really love if they could focus on building their glutes during this program. So let's just take those two examples, but think about all the ways in which clients might come to you with specific requests and needs. When I go to the training program, what I will do is I will import my master program. This means I'll make a copy of the one that I have built already. So I'm going to import the SX3. I'm going to import the full 12 weeks. And just as I mentioned earlier, we're going to have that starting next Monday. So importing will make a copy of everything. So now what I can do is I can go through each workout. I can click on the edit button and I can review any exercises that are lunges and I can remove those. I can replace them with something else, perhaps something that's going to support their glute building goals. And I can assign those updates for the client. I can make additional personalized changes for each workout. For example, in the instructions, I can call out Sarah by name. I can mention in here, I have swapped some exercises to focus on glutes. You can do whatever you want here to help your clients feel supported and make this as personal as you want. And really, I go through each workout. I do a quick scan, I click edit, I see what's there, I make the changes, I save them. And the key message here is I'm not starting from scratch. I can go through a full 12-week program, make those unique changes, and it'll really only take me 10 to 15 minutes to make a fully personalized program instead of me building this all from scratch. Now, let's not forget, if I look at Sarah's calendar, not only do they have the workouts there, but they're already set up with the welcome message next Monday, which was the first day of the program, with the weekly check-in forms, and also with a reminder to book a call every couple of weeks. Something else I really like to do at this time for my clients when I know they've just logged in is just send them a real quick voice note. This just is letting them know I see that they're in there and that they're set up. You don't have to do this, but it's something I like to do for my clients. So even though they're not starting to next Monday, I'm going to jump in, I'm going to hit the voice note recorder, and I'm just going to send a message. It'll be something like, "Hey, Sarah, just wanted to say welcome to the app. I'm super excited for us to work together. For now, just get familiar. Feel free to click around on all the icons in the app and know that your program is going to be ready to go on Monday. All you're going to have to do then is log in and you'll see all your tasks on screen. In the interim, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message while I'm finalizing your program." All right, so I'm going to send them a quick note. I find voice or video messages really enable you to get the energy behind it. It really makes it feel personal and premium. Now, let's actually talk beyond training. What if I want to give this client some nutrition goals or a meal plan? If it's just a nutrition goal, I can do that from the goals and habits section. I can give them assigned calories and macros. In today's example, I'm going to set this client up with a smart meal plan. So smart meal plans, if you're familiar with the Trainerize tools, this is part of our advanced nutrition coaching. We have options where you can create your own meal plan from scratch or have the Trainerize system build one for you. You can also assign meal plan PDFs, but for my clients, I'm using the smart meal plan. I click let's start. And what I'll do here is I'll assign the calories that I want, the macro split, the number of meals that Sarah's eating most days. If Sarah was vegetarian or vegan, I'll put those details in, and then I can put anything that they're excluding that's saying no dairy. In this instance, I'm going to set up Sarah with this meal plan, and just from that little bit of information, the system has created a full plan for them. They can now use this to track their meals. They can swap meals that they don't like for others from our library that still hit their macros. They can pull grocery lists. There's lots of cool things they can do here. With that setup, which took about 2 minutes, I know I have Sarah set up with a workout program, nutrition, messages, check-in forms. It's already here. Now, the last thing I do for my clients is I like to assign them personalized habits. So on the phone call I had with Sarah, I would have established what some other focuses they have right now. Perhaps Sarah has told me that they're really struggling with their sleep lately. So I'm going to add a habit from the goals and habits section. What I'll do here is I'll jump in and I'll put in our sleep habit for a digital detox before bed. And I'm going to set that up for the next 12 weeks. And I'm going to do that on weekdays only. So on weekdays, Sarah's going to be encouraged to switch off their screens a couple of hours before bed. Now at this point, I've added the client from my prospect list to a coaching client. I've sent them the payment link and they've made their purchase. I've set up the program and customized it working from that template. I've given them a nutrition plan and a personal habit, and I've sent them a personal voice note for them to receive in the app. My client's pretty much set up, but now what we really want to look at is how I actually deliver the service moving from here. So let's now take a look at how that's going to flow for Sarah and when I'm going to step in as the coach. Within the app, Sarah has access to log in, access their programs, sync up to their wearables. In the app, they'll have access to a calendar of events to see what they've been up to lately or what we have planned next. They can access their library of workouts. They can also access their current wellness goals at any time and also their meal plan. Ultimately, Sarah has the tools within the app to start tracking their meals to meet their nutrition goals, tracking their workouts to share their results with me, to message me if questions come up during their experience, and to complete those check in forms that I have scheduled each week. This will give Sarah the tool to easily follow a plan and for me to see the live updates. For me, the process is every day I'll do a quick check in and I'll see things like if a client's left a comment on a workout and I can respond to that. If there's something notable, like they just hit a personal best, I might even drop them a message. Or if they've sent me a question, I can respond to it. The only set check in days for going deeper into the client's progress are Tuesday and Friday. In this example, if it was Tuesday, I would go to the progress section. Here, I'll look at the Insights dashboard, which will let me see a quick glance at the client's compliance. I can see if they're showing up for the workouts, tracking their nutrition and their habits. I can also see some extra detail like their sleep, steps, and other metrics that will help me see how they're progressing. If I want to go deeper into something like nutrition, I can definitely explore a nutrition center, which will give me insight into how many meals they're tracking, how many days they're on track, and their average macros and calories throughout each day. So the Tuesday check-in is quick and easy. I just take a look at the Insights dashboard and the Nutrition Center, and from there, I drop a quick message, which might be as simple as looking like a great start this week. I might go into more detail if it feels relevant, but I really just want to touch base with the client on a Tuesday. Then on a Friday, this is where I want to share more on this system. I will review the client's check-in form. And every Thursday, my client has this task in their app. Once they've completed it, I can simply click on it. I'll see their progress and results. I can even go into a comparison mode to see how they're tracking each week. In this example, I'm seeing that Sarah has had a great time with her sleep, with a new habit, and they're asking if there's any recommended supplements. From this check-in form, I now give a more comprehensive response on the Friday. My process would be on a Friday, I come to the client's profile, I see the check-in form that they completed the day before, and I review any questions or comments that they've made. What I would do in this case is I'll send them a video or a voice message talking about supplements that I may recommend, because that's a question they addressed. I'll also take a quick glance at what they've been up to this week. Let's start with that part. I'll go back to Sarah's messaging tool. I'll click the voice note or a video message from my mobile app, and I'll jump in and I'll say something like, Sarah, just want to say, loving this first week. I can see the progress you're making, and I'm really excited to hear that your sleep is already improving. Now, you did ask about supplements, and I just want to take a moment to explain that supplements can be helpful, but I really want you to focus on eating whole, unprocessed foods as much as possible to start with. If you're really excited about a specific supplement, just let me know what you'd want to learn about first, and I'll be able to give you more details about that. Apart from that, I just really want to say I'm really happy with your progress, and I'm excited to see how next week goes. This was just a quick example. Realistically, depending on my client's questions and comments, this voice note or video message could be 3 to 5 minutes long. And I'll do that every Tuesday and every Friday, where my client will get a message on Tuesday and a video or voice note on Friday, using the check-in form and those progress sections for me to quickly analyze what they've been up to. Now, what about the phone calls? Every 2 weeks in this 12-week program, my clients will receive a message prompting them to book in for a chat. It's a 15-minute check-in call where I get that face-to-face time with my client. In this case, if they have a call booked, they would simply go to their app, they'd click on the call, and I would come to my app or the desktop and also select the call. When I'm ready, I'll join the call like so. I can now dive right in and I'll be able to chat face-to-face with Sarah, discuss their goals. And this is where I close the loop on this, because what I would do next is I'll come back around to Sarah's profile and I'll add any relevant notes to the trainer notes section from the call I just had. The trainer notes becomes a running tally of the interactions I have on those calls. The one little bonus tip I want to highlight is from the weekly check-in form. We have a question here which says, share a recent win you're proud of. Now, what I would do is I take a snapshot of the wins that my clients share, and I'll go to social media and I'll post that in my story, or I'll create a reel or post about it. Basically, what I want to do is take the wins that my clients are receiving, and I want to amplify and share them with the world. That acts as social proof, which results in more people inquiring. And from there, those people will then come back around, we'll share the prospect booking link. If it's a good call, we'll upgrade them to coaching, send them the payment link, add them to the system, set up their profile like we did, and then start delivering the service. This really becomes a full circle of your business engine. I hope this video has helped you grasp a practical workflow in how you could deliver an online training experience. Every single coach is going to be unique. Think about who you're serving, the services you want to provide, and how you can integrate this all together so that you can create your own system that helps you save time, grow your business, and help more clients achieve life-changing results. Thank you for joining today. Let us know what you think of this video in the comments, or if there's any other videos you'd love to see in the future. Take care.